Hello. Ooh, sorry, I forgot to put on the pop filter. You should really be able to tell that I don't have it on. So, okay, I'm back. Well, I'm actually not going to do a full, well, not in one go. I have to do something really quick, but I wanted to start it up. Sorry. I wanted to start this for doing something really quickly. The new episode of Legend of Korra is out, and that's actually what I'm about to do. I'm going to watch it. So, I guess it's not a live. Okay, I love live reactions where people. I guess it's kind of illegal when you think about it, due to YouTube rules and all that stuff. But people tend to, well, more so with Sherlock and Doctor Who and trailers, but people will put up, like, say you have the entire screen. It's like a webcam thingy, and you see the person. Well, it's usually a person or persons. I mean, there's actually no other. There's actually no other thing that can be. And then in the corner of the frame, there can be a small square of whatever they're watching in sync with them. And anyway, for Legend of Korra, Sherlock, and Doctor Who, and trailers, not a lot of trailers, but the How to Train Your Dragon 2 trailer, to be more specific with that. I love watching people reactions to it, because I feel so close to them for some reason. Like I know, like, for the How to Train Your Dragon 2, the 5-minute preview and the first the first one and the second trailers to it, along with the season finale of book 1 of Legend of Korra, along with the last 3 episodes of Sherlock, the Name of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor. No. Day of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor. No, Name of the Doctor, Time of the... The Christmas special and the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. So much reactions to them. I love them so much. And it's because, like, since I know them so well, the movies, I actually don't even need the video to be on, but I just love watching someone going like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Because, like, I don't know, it's like experiencing it over again with somebody. It's like showing somebody. And I guess that's kind of sad, but I really do like them because there's a lot of Legend of Korras and a lot of Sherlock's and the 50th anniversary Doctor Who. There's a lot to choose from, and I'm pretty sure I watched them all, to be honest. But the new season's about to end, and season 3 of Korra is about to end in 2 weeks after this one, so 2 weeks from now. I think there's 13 episodes. The not Sherlock, Doctor Who is starting again, so hopefully they'll have premiere reactions. I really do hope. And I think Sherlock is actually coming again pretty soon. I think early next year. Which is actually pretty really soon, because when you think about it, because, like, when you think of shows, you don't think like, oh, it doesn't take this long to do this, because, like, there's an episode every single week, but those people really stock up on things. Like when the first season, not the first season, but like when the season premiere of whatever season's happening, there actually should be, what I would think, nearly done with it, and they do a huge amount of filming, like, just, but Sherlock, that's like a real movie, like an actual movie, because it's 90 minutes long, an hour and 30 minutes every single episode. At least I think it is. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, then I'm totally wrong. But it's a huge budget, a lot of like really, I'm fairly sure it's 90 minutes long. Anyway, so like they're doing like 3 movies back to back. That's like, it's a huge amount of work, both actor-wise, acting and production. It's just enormous. So when people start complaining, like I did complain about season 3, because like after season 2, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. And then Martin Freeman did The Hobbit. Benedict Cumberbatch did quite a few things. He was in Star Trek. He was in I know The Fifth Estate, which bombed, unfortunately. But he actually was, they're both in quite a few things. And Martin Freeman's in Fargo. So, good for him. I don't remember if Benedict is in the new Star Wars film. I don't remember. But he's in everything. Anyway. So, so I wasn't supposed to do all this right now. So I have to leave right now. Well, I'm not really leaving. I want to watch The Legend of Korra. So I'm going to watch it right now. It's on Nickelodeon. Or at least it should be. I haven't checked yet. So it should be on Nickelodeon. And you're going to kind of see my reaction. So I'll talk to you guys in about 20-something minutes. All right. See ya. Oh, my God. Oh, that was an amazing episode. Oh, my God. See, okay, here... It was really dark, like actually, well, not actually, dark and horrible, whatever, but like it had some adult themes, I guess, not with anything sexual or anything, but like, oh, it was so great. I don't know if I can review it or whatever, but I actually have to call John. I need to know if John has watched the episode. So, give me a moment. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. He didn't answer. Sorry. But I left a message. But man, that was just such a great episode. Really, really great. I haven't felt this excited since season finale of season 1 and season finale of season 2. So, and there's still 2 more episodes left. I hope they don't do anything bad, because like they've been making every single choice they've made for this season. It was the best choice the entire time. Like I don't think there was anything. Okay, well there was. But I think it's just my fault, the reason why it wasn't going so well, because everyone else likes him. But I don't hate Bolin, but I don't like him. Like, sometimes his comedy is just too far-fetched. Because, like, with Sokka, it was, like, relatable. But, getting the green sack, the purse, the man purse, and he was talking about, like, a satchel or whatever. Like, oh, yeah, just get the green purse. It's like, it's not a purse, it's a satchel. And he's like, come on. He's like, go get it. You deserve something. He's like, I do deserve it. But it's pricey. And, like, he was just a really good, like, you could just believe it. And then Jack DeSena, who plays Sokka, actually looked like him, which was really weird. And it was really funny. But Bolin was funny in the first season. And in the second season, I don't really remember any funny bits with him off the top of my head. But I don't remember disliking it. But this season, it just feels like he's just been pushing it. I don't know. But anyway, besides that, which is usually, it's just my opinion, besides that, just amazing. Just amazing. I guess I should tell you what it's about. Spoilers. Okay, so the Earth Queen has been murdered. The Red Lotus tells Bolin and Mako well, actually, Zahir specifically tells Mako and Bolin that to tell Korra, because they were imprisoned Okay, there's a lot of things that, yeah, that won't make any sense, but they were in prison. They were locked up, and then Zahir released them along with all the other inmates, um, so they could just wreak havoc on the city itself. It was like, it reminded me of uh, oh, what the heck is that movie? Oh, Dark Knight Rises with Bane, except Zahir and the Red Lotus schools the just school. Hold on. Sorry about that. My mother was knocking on the door, which is a side. Well, not really a side. It's like actually the what is it? It's not a highlight, but like it's an important bulletin of the day, important note. Um, anyway, so they tell Korra. Well, they tell Mako and Bolin, just saying that we're gonna meet at the one of the air temples. It's either western or northern. Northern. Um, no. It's a. What is it? It's not the western. Eastern. Hmm. I really don't remember. Oh, sorry, I don't remember. But it's one of the northern temples. There's only four, so and I don't know. I think the western's the one that's upside down. Um, and God, I really don't know where. But from what actually, it was the same one that Aang used to live in. So I guess that's the reason why they went there. Anyway, and that's where all the airbenders are. And they said the Red Lotus will go over there and they'll take everyone hostage, all the airbenders, including Tenzin. And they would, do something really, really bad if Korra doesn't give herself up. And so Mako and Bolin, through kind of a bit of ingenuity, they found Korra, told her that, and he said, well, now I need to know. Like, well, now I need help. And then it cuts to... hold on. Sorry, that was my dog. I had to let her in. So they... What are you doing? Cuts to the air temple, where they were Korra and the rest of the gang were like, we have to tell them, we have to get in contact with them. So they go, Korra and the people take an airship and they go to the Metal City. And they finally get into contact with Tenzin. One of the first real funny, second one, funny moments with Bolin. And then they finally get to Tenzin. It's like, oh gosh, this is gonna happen. And like, what's gonna happen? They explain, and he's like, oh no, what? They're already here. And then there's just huge battle between the Red Lotus and Tenzin and Kaya, his sister, a waterbender, and Tenzin's older brother, I believe, what's his name, Boomy, and just this huge battle that comes up. Boomy, it wasn't really comic relief. It was actually kind of, what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not normal. Expected his fighting abilities, and he did pretty well. Kaya was fighting against a master waterbender. Beyond master waterbender, because like she did psychokinetic waterbending, and it's just extremely intense. And that was actually a pretty good battle. But the real one is what Tenzin did. Tenzin's battle between Zahir, two airbenders. And it was so intense. Because first of all, Tenzin has fought quite a few times, but he's always been knocked out really easily, like frustratingly easy. When he fought against who is it? In the first season, he was fighting against the Chi Blockers and Asami's father, if I remember correctly, and the battle did not last that long before he got hit by something and then fell down. In the second season, he fought just a little bit, but it wasn't that much. And he fought against dark spirits, trying to help out. Uh, what is it? Korra's body at the season finale of season 2, and then this one. So he has he's a master airbender, but he wasn't that great at fighting, and I didn't really understand. I was like, why not? But he really just went all out when he was fighting with Zahir. Like, he was winning too, and that was just so amazing. Like, it was like a real battle, and they were both really great fighters. Zahir was a pretty good fighter as well, and because he was the only one of the Red Lotus before getting airbending from harmonic convergence. So he must have been a really great fighter to begin with, and then the Red Lotus is infamous for how strong they were. So Zahir must have been freakishly strong to begin with, and now getting airbending, he just was really great. And I guess it really suited him because he keeps quoting airbending philosophers and ancient airbending masters. So I'm assuming he already knew it. Anyway, and the Red Lotus are they divvy up the 4 people, a firebender, an earthbender, and waterbender. So I guess he was technically an airbending person, because I don't know what else would he, and you already know Bagua, and maybe he's a genius with that kind of stuff, being able to learn really quickly and just becomes really, really smart and all that stuff. But I think he was learning Bagua to begin with, not really trained to be an airbending, but just taking a lot of their philosophies and culture. But anyway, and I guess it's kind of a little bit I don't know, it's really hard to if either of them had an advantage, because again, Zahir was a part of this really the strongest group, the strongest team in the world, that took nearly everyone to take them down, really. And Tenzin is just an airbending master. There's nothing actually really special about him, to be honest. Besides the fact, he's one of the only airbenders. But, anyway. So I can't really say there's kind of an advantage between both of them. But it was just an amazing fight. But then, at the end, because, this season's really dark. Really dark. The Earth Queen was killed in front, on screen, by being suffocated and taking the air being bended out of her. And then, finally, the Red Lotus ganged on Tenzin and just beat the living heck out of him. They showed off screen, and that just actually made it worse, to be honest. And he was getting really beat up, and it was he from all the times he kind of made me upset by just being beat up so easily. All that's just aside, I feel like all of them are just flukes, and something unfair happened to him, because now he's just extremely strong. It is sad, though, that all of them got beat up and all that stuff. And Boomy and Kaya they're not dead. I know they're not dead, but they had to jump off to save themselves. But also, everyone thinks they're dead because they have to jump off a cliff. And all the other airbenders are trying to run. And then, of course, Tenzin just got the living heck out of him, beat up. So yeah, I just watched that. It was really great. Really loved the episode. If people didn't like the first season or the second season, this season is worth watching the first 2 seasons. I'm not lying at all. It reminds me so much of Avatar: The Last Airbender, with how it's episodes take up and all that stuff. It's really great. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, about my mother. Yesterday. Well, what's today again? Sorry, I forget. Should be Saturday, isn't it? Oh yeah, Saturday. So yesterday, my mother went to a fairly big fair and because she works at the school, so she took the kids. Anyway, did a lot of walking and a lot of having to sit down on hard benches. So she has a bad back to begin with. Her sciatic nerve is pretty messed up. And she has bad knees and all that stuff. So anyway, so it wasn't good for her. But then today she woke up and it was just her sciatic nerve was acting up. And then she didn't, her back didn't really give out, I don't think, but it was really difficult. It's difficult for her to walk, but she's doing a lot better now. I've had oh god, it was really stupid. Okay, so people should have noticed first, because there's only six people. There's six people living here. You should have noticed that your mother is in pain, and all that stuff. She's walking really slow. Anyway, so my elder sister had to go to work, and then she was like, "Okay, Mom, let's go." And I'm like, "What do you realize she's in pain?" She threw out her back, and she's like, "Oh my God, really? How could you not notice? It was the entire day. Well, it was like had to leave at 1:30. The entire day from like 10-ish, maybe. She, her back kind of gave out a little bit. Hold on, I gotta take out my dog. Oh, what are you doing?" Sorry. Anyway. So I was like, how could you not have noticed? And then she's like, "Oh, okay, I guess." And then my father, who had just came back and then left again, and then, then we were calling, trying to call him up, because obviously my mother just threw out her back, like moving her, her entire, it's really hard to explain. A sciatic nerve is the nerve in the lower back region, and it hurts your back, it just radiates pain, and then it also, because the sciatic nerve is attached to it on a line of nerves, it shoots down one side of your leg, the entire leg is just in pain, and so how can you drive? It was a right leg, so how can you drive? You use your right leg usually. If you're right-handed and all that stuff, you'd normally use your right leg. So, how can she drive? She shouldn't be able to drive. You have to go, down the steps of the front stoop. You have to walk all the way to the street, go down the curb, get into the car. You know how hard that is? She was nearly in tears the entire time because she had to take my sister to work. And then we had to drive back. And you think, oh, well, you finally got into the car. It shouldn't be that bad. You forget about all the bumps in the road. I didn't even consider about the bumps in the road. So that was really difficult for her. You forget about the slopes of the road as well. Braking is difficult. Speed bumps in the parking lot. It was really difficult for her. Anyway, but then, she took Vicodin, but the Vicodin took a while to actually do anything. It took until about 5, 2-ish maybe. Well, not 2-ish. What am I talking about? Around 4, whatever. But took a while, because I don't know how long. I don't know how long you have to wait for Vicodin to work, but it should not wait that long. Anyway. Finally, it's working now, and then she was asking to take ibuprofen, but the medicine she's taking, ibuprofen, doesn't work well with it, so she called her doctor asking how long does she have to wait till the medication leaves her system, and she was told at the end of the day, before she goes to bed, she can take ibuprofen. Ibuprofen, if you don't know, is an anti-inflammatory, which helps a lot more, I guess. It's fast relief. And, really, to be honest, better for her. At least that's what she says. And so she has to wait. It's 8:24 right now. I understand it's really late for me to do this, but yeah. And yeah, so she's gonna wait a little bit. She has to. I would, if it was me, I would wait until about 10. But she's probably going to wait until about 9:30. Hopefully she waits until 9:30, because that'd be really stupid to do it too early. And Yeah, Javen hasn't called me or talked to me in 17 days. I called John once. We had a little conversation, but then he had to leave. And then I went to... Oh, I beat Assassin's Creed 2, story-wise. And there's five... Well, hold on. There's Venice, Tuscany, Florence, and... I think there's 4 levels, and each levels have like a dozen, probably 15 treasures just scattered throughout the thing. And I have a map for it, but it's really time consuming. Each level has side missions such as assassination tasks, a race or 2. I've never actually done a race, so I don't know how many there are in there. Beat 'em up. Oh, John's calling me back. Hold on.
It's happening with dogs nowadays because they have the mixed ones have built-in immunities. Certain. Sometimes they built-in immunities to certain diseases that pedigrees who breed dogs will catch.
That's kind of cool.
Like your dog may have. Maybe more healthy, she will be prone to catch hip dysplasia or anything when she gets older.
That's kind of cool.
And, most of the mixed ones have that now. And, most people are buying mixed nowadays. A lot of people are buying the dogs mixed because they're a lot healthier. So, Lindy's a Basset Hound. What's unusual about Lindy was she was the only Basset Hound in the group of pups that was born with a spot on her head and a skin tap, so she could be showed in a dog show as a pup, but the spot disqualified her for showing as an adult and the skin tap.
That's so weird.
So they would not let her compete in the adult shows, shown as in the dog shows as an adult. But she was funny because they told us when the last time before my brother bought her from the trainer in Plano, Texas, that it was funny because she took first place in the show, and they were about to give the trainer and the breeder the trophy and the ribbon. And right away, what do you think she does? She rolls over on her back and begs for a belly rub. So they took the trophy and the ribbon away. They said, we've got to have everything perfect. As sweet as she is, we've got to have everything perfect in the show.
That's really funny.
So she's a good girl.
Yeah, she seems like a great girl. She's really nice.
So many people, I notice nowadays, too, Did you get her through rescue groups or what?
No, I think my dad got her on Craigslist from some people that have puppies. Yeah. Thank you.
If you're ever in the woodlands, there's a good dog park if you wanted to play with the other pups and stuff. It's called Cattail Park.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And it's right. My brother would have to tell you how to get there.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's right by Lutheran and Baptist Church, right past. Mm-hmm. I guess it's in between them or past them. And it's
off of Research Forest?
It's not the Research Forest, I don't think. It's somewhere over that way.
Okay.
It's either 3 of them in the woodlands, I think. Bear Branch, Cattail, and one other. But we take Lindy there as a pup. And it was funny, because she went up to a big Mastiff pup. She thought it was a tiny dog. The Mastiff pup.
Yeah, Mastiff are huge.
The Mastiff stood up. She took one look at the Mastiff, and boom, she fell over on her back.
That's really funny.
And she's rolling. The Mastiff is giving her kisses, and I said, "Well, he's a sweet Mastiff."
Yeah.
The Mastiffs can get big.
Oh God, they're huge. They don't live that long, of course.
Yeah. We had a friend of ours that Great Pyrenees, and they can get large.
Wow.
They're very big. They used to be called Pyrenees sheepdogs because they would protect the sheep from wolves.
Yeah.
And later on, the pedigree, the Pyrenees got more gentle and gentle as time went on, and became a very popular. But anyways, well, it's a pleasure. It's good to see you, Maggie.
Thank you very much for welcoming me to the neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
nice of you, man. I guess I'll see you around.
Okay.
All right, take
Well,
care,
you
man.
be a good pup, Maggie.
Hey, yeah,
Guard
go ahead.
your master now. You're a big guard dog.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Oh my god. That was real, guys. That was real. I'm going to have to edit it so you can actually hear it. But oh my god. Like, can you even I can't even believe it. I'm saving it, and then I'm going to have to save it as its own special segment. And then oh my god, guys. But I'm gonna have to save it as its own special segment, and then I'm sending it to John because he deserves it so much. I'm gonna but okay, so he hasn't watched the episode yet. So this is what happened. I was calling him. Well, actually, he called me. I called him, and then it didn't happen. Then 20 minutes later, he called me. He was walking Maggie, his dog, and this guy came up, and I was like, okay, this guy's just doing passing or whatever. But apparently, from what John told me, so John lives in this huge circle street, not a cul-de-sac, but like just a huge like circle street, I guess you could call it. That makes like a huge circle. I don't know how long it is, but long enough it takes like about 15 to 20 minutes per walk ish, so it's fairly big. Anyway, each on this circle street or whatever, it cuts off into a cul-de-sac. So the only thing that reminds me of that is bronchi in the lungs. That's what it kind of reminds me of, like air sacs. Anyway, so this guy comes up and he starts talking. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like, I noticed he was a little weird. But then, like 4 minutes, like 3 minutes in, 3 or 4 minutes in, I was like, this guy will not shut up. I need to record this, and thankfully, because of this, I recorded it, and I'm so happy. I've never recorded a conversation. Well, actually, I have recorded conversations before, but never just because of why not. And I'm so happy because it's just so funny, so funny. And I'll have to, again, as I said, I'll have to edit it so you can, I'll add up the gain so you can hear it, like you can really hear it. And okay, I think that's it actually for today. I played the game Assassin's Creed. I'm like 90% done with everything. Like the rest of the 10% is just finding things. I'll have to do the feather map, which would be kind of difficult, I would think. I don't know if a feather map comes within the game, but I have seen maps online, so if anything, I'll just use that. Because that'll be the hardest thing for me to do. Other than that, though, my mother's feeling better in about an hour, hopefully in about 30 minutes or so. 40, 50 maybe. Hopefully 50. I'll let her take some ibuprofen. Hopefully she hasn't taken it already, because she's not supposed to. And in like 20 minutes, I'll have to leave with my mother to get my older sister from work. And tomorrow, hopefully, I get Panda Express. I'm not entirely sure. And also, I don't know, like between, well, I don't know, because I don't want to go to Pawn America again because Michael and Tony are there. But I really do want to get another game because I don't. As much as I like Assassin's Creed 2, and then I want to complete it completely, I don't, I want a new game. I have the money. Why not? Also, I want to get Legend of Korra as well. There's a lot of things I want to get that are trivial and frivolous. speaking of frivolous, the word itself always reminds me of Owl City. He's had out 2 new music thingies. One about called Wolf Bite, and the other one I forget. But the first one, Beautiful something, was Lindsey Sterling. I actually really like that song. Rebel leader Nolan North. Sorry, I just. All right, I think that's it for today. I don't have anything else really to say. Not Legend of Korra. Continuum is quickly becoming one of my favorite shows ever. Like live action shows. It's really good. Really, really good. I recommend it. I recommend it to John nearly every single time I talk to him because something always comes up. Speaking of which, the guy who plays what's his name? The guy who plays L, the voice actor guy, in the English version comes out in a one-off character in what is it? What am I thinking about? I keep distracting myself, and I apologize. In Continuum, he plays off one character in one episode from so far, and he seriously stole the show. I think it's because I actually know him, so I was like, I probably was a little bit more excited than I should have been, but he was just so cool. He is Alfonso. Yeah, wait, no, his name is not Alfonso. I keep saying Alfonso, but it's not it. But Giuliani, Mr. Giuliani, is a great guy. He's super cool. I actually want to see what's his name? I want to see Stargate, not Ubisoft. What is it called? I forget. I'm sorry, I forget what it's called. Stargate something. But he's in it, and I really want to see it. So, okay, I guess that's it for today. I'll... well, the rest of the day... I'm sorry I didn't eat anything. I normally do eat something. But I didn't today. And hopefully tomorrow I can do the same thing. I might have to admit, I'm getting more comfortable talking to people. Though, every single time I think about, oh man, I'm getting more comfortable talking to people like this. Well, I mean, I know I'm not talking to anybody, but, you know, there's always the possibility, and it's public now, so I can't really do anything. I mean, of course, I can make it private, but if someone's already seen it, I can't stop it. Anyway, I'm always upset with what I sound like. I don't understand. I sound different than what I actually hear myself. I don't know. Whoa, actually, that was really weird. When you, the reason why you sound different is because you're hearing your ears are the closest to your mouth, obviously, compared to anybody else. So what you're hearing is like an altered version, considering what sound waves and all that stuff. So when you cup your ears, and you listen again, you actually start sounding like what you sound like in real life to other people. And it sucks. I sound like a doofus. Anyway, so I went way overboard this time. I normally stop at like 30 something, but now I'm like nearly 40, so I have to leave now. So I'll talk to you guys later. I recommend Legend of Korra. I recommend Continuum. And I recommend Assassin's Creed 2. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Drunk Kermit the Frog. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Sorry, I forgot something. I'm going over 40 minutes. Anyway, really quick. I've killed about 5 spiders in the bathroom, in the shower. Okay, so the bathroom, for most people, split up into halves. There's the toiletry with the sink, and then the other half is the shower itself. Now, depending on how big your shower... Well, actually, people with apartments, that's how big their bathrooms normally are, and that's how big ours is. Anyway, in the shower, once you go into the shower ceiling, there's a spider there. The first spider that I saw was in there for like 2 weeks. Didn't move whatsoever. And then I something happened. Then finally one day I looked up, and then it changed. There was 2 spiders. Like, oh my gosh, they're moving now. So then I killed them. The next day, or like a few days later, there was 2 more spiders. It was a thick spider. Like, think of it. Okay, so spiders are not that, like, their body itself are not that big, but it reminded me of a really big ant with 8 legs. That's what it reminded me of. That's how big the body was. And then there was another spider crawling on the other side of the ceiling. And I killed them both. And then a few days ago, I saw another spider, and I killed it as well after I took a shower. It fell down, like, I hit it. Its body just fell really softly onto the shower floor, in the tub itself. And then I lifted up the drainer, using a razor, because it's a what is it called? It's a not a drain. What is it called? The sink drain. The something. But you know what I mean, right? Most people have a drain that they can either lift up or not, using a mechanic or whatever. We have to physically lift up. Anyway, so I did, and then I put on the water. It went away. And then today, another spider. Where are these spiders coming from? You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture with my phone. And I'm going to show you each and every single one, every spider. Like, every new spider I see, I'll take a picture for it. And, oh my god, there's also, like, a random fruit fly. I don't know if it's actually a fruit fly or whatever, but it's a really, really small one. And it's always in there. How does it survive? It's been 5 weeks. It should not be able to survive. And why is it always back in there? Does it leave to get food? And when does it come back? And why is it always there when I'm in there? Is it there for other people? I can't really ask them, because then I'll sound weird. But seriously, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm leaving right now. I'm taking a picture. I'm going to show you right now. Hopefully I took a picture, because if I didn't, I'd be so stupid. I'm taking a picture right now. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Here's the stupid spider. Look at it. I'm taking a picture so that I can actually see it. Hold on. There it is. That's the spider. Anyway, it hasn't moved for like a day, but I'm gonna kill it. So, give me a second. Okay, just killed it. There's its corpse. I don't know if it's ever going to come down. I mean, eventually it will, but it's just, this is being just taken note that I've taken a video of it, I've killed it, taken a video of it, now you know it's dead. Next time, Spider Watcher. See ya.